Goodness me, and then in. Goodness me. Brilliant to pick out in the end from Chislett. Woodyard coming in, certainly met the header with the meat. Nothing wrong with the direction of it, but just allowed Owen Evans to still produce an excellent save. Reached up, tipped it over the crossbar, and now the Dons with another very presentable opportunity in quick succession. Just starting to turn the screw now on Walsall. In comes the resulting corner. Headed clearance towards the edge of the box from Walsall. It'll break towards McAteer, but Kinsella will get it clear up towards halfway. Ogundere will turn it high and back forward. Looks like Little will keep it in play just to the left of the 6-yard box. Oh, but couldn't quite pick out Janet in the centre with the low ball. Cleared as far as Curry on the near side. Dons really asserting their authority at the moment. Oh, and in the end, Chislett tried a 1-2 with Little, but for the return pass, Chislett went one way. The ball from Little went the other. The move breaks down, and now Walsall have themselves a free kick midway inside their own half. But, well, certainly the Dons, having allowed Walsall to dominate maybe the first few moments of play here this evening with a bit of passing, set up a bit of a camp inside the Dons half. All of a sudden, it's much more of a yellow and blue direction of travel in terms of the attack. And, well, Casey McAteer with that shot just past the post. And, well, Alex Woodyard coming in with a diving header certainly couldn't have done much more. Got it on target, only to be met with a fine tip over from Evans.
Oh, Wimbledon should really be one up by now already inside the first 10 minutes. There's a great chance by McAteer, and then that one as well saved by the keeper. Breaking again over on the far side now, but being closed down over there.
Walsall clearing their lines once more towards that far side. So again, the luminous advertising hoarding not really doing us much favours in terms of...
It's extremely hard to see.
Player identification of both sides. They're virtually sort of silhouettes as the advertising constantly changes colour. But we'll do our best for you, of course, here on WDON. Do bear with us as, well, maybe distracting Walsall as well as a real wayward pass towards his near side towards Hayden White. It was miscontrolled, and the Dons presented with a throw taken by Curry into Little, who's then caught after he'd flicked the ball forward. So it's another free kick to the Dons.
They're doing all the right things at the moment. They are taking the game to Walsall. They've had the two best opportunities so far. Very encouraging signs from Wimbledon.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Getting ready to take the free kick, and then all of a sudden Tom Knowles just started dribbling with the ball into the Dons half and then left the ball there. And not really that willing to try and maybe retreat the 10 yards. Eventually does so, albeit reluctantly, as Armani Little will look to deliver this one forward for the Dons. Nobody inside the area except Evans. Dons are looking maybe to make late runs in onto the end of this set piece. Sending the big guns forward. Nightingale's forward. Pierre's forward as well. Janet on the edge of the box. So too is Chislett. And it comes from Little. Fires it into the edge of the area. Janet tries a little back heel on towards the box, but it's cleared in the end for Walsall by, I think, Daniels. Then Little tries to play it down this left-hand side. Deflects off Wilkinson. Throw in to the Dons on the near side once again. And certainly, we were talking about earlier on when the Dons couldn't get out of their half, but that's Walsall who are really being penned back. But once again, a slightly wayward pass from Chislett does his side no favours, but Riley intercepted for Walsall, then dribbled it out of play. Throw into the Dons, but Walsall already trying to turn possession over in the shape of Knowles, but he loses out once again. Is Marsh inside the centre circle. Square now for Ogundere towards the far side. He's got Woodyard in close proximity. Here is Woodyard now, back with Ogundere. Cross looped in towards the edge of the area, looking for Little. It's intercepted by Joe Riley, and it's going to go out for a throw to the Dons, just a couple of yards forward from that far corner flag. Still at Dons 0, Walsall 0, but certainly Dons really presenting much more of an attacking front in the last few moments. With 13 and a half minutes on the clock. Certainly at the moment you would say they look the more menacing of the two sides, having withstood a bit of Walsall pressure to start with, but two very good chances for the Dons. First one narrowly off target from Casey McAteer, and then a fine bullet of a header from Woodyard, bringing the best out of Owen Evans. But it's Walsall now with a throw-in. Level with the edge of their own penalty area, thrown down the line. Donzo have turned possession over immediately. It's going to break now to the edge of the area. Oh, and in the end running in with a left foot shot, Armani Little. And certainly maybe had time there to sort of bring it under control, then take the shot. He opted to take it first time from the edge of the area. In the end, maybe leant back, or the ball bobbled up in front of him at the vital moment. But in the end, steered over the crossbar behind into those Walsall supporters in the Cherry Red Records end.
Well, it's all Wimbledon at the moment. They really have, in the first quarter of an hour here, taken the game to Walsall. They've had 3 really good opportunities to open the scoring. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them and that they do capitalise at some point here soon, but they're doing everything that's being asked of them.
Well, indeed, and certainly given how well Armani Little overall has performed since joining the Dons on these set pieces and in all-round ball control, a decent right foot on him as well. You could certainly consider that a reasonably presentable opportunity once more, that he'll perhaps be disappointed that at the very least he didn't make the goalkeeper work as a result of that. Just ran onto the ball and again could have maybe taken a touch further on, but in the end had the confidence to take it first time off target once more, as the chances begin to mount up now for the Dons, and Walsall, having had things maybe their own way in the opening stages, now on the receiving end of the bit of the Dons backlash, but there could be a chance now. A shot from the edge of the box from Andy Williams, deflects away. Monthe now on the halfway line for Walsall. Daniels now towards the far side, played forward and taken on the burst by Oisin McAtee, but in the end forced to steer it back into his own half. Tipped high and forward once again by Walsall, the shape of Daniels towards this near side. But once more the move breaks down. It was White who was forward from the back, but he couldn't make it stick for Walsall, and now here goes Ogundere down the right hand side, trying to take on his man. It was Monthe, I think, who was contesting that ball, and in the end, in trying to get possession back, I think there's been a foul on the Walsall number 6, and free kick is the decision in favour of Walsall, deep inside their own territory. 16 minutes gone. Dons 0, Walsall 0. Live on radio at WDON by your club channel, the I Follow Dons, myself and Rob Cornell, serving up to you in full splendour. It's launched forward now by Walsall, but it goes all the way through up the other end to Nathan Broom, of course, who made his league debut for the Dons on Saturday up at the SO Legal Stadium at Barrow. There's clearance now from him high and forward down the right-hand side for the Dons, but in the end bounces beyond Woodyard, who was closest to that ball. Out it will go for a throw-in on the far side to Walsall, just inside their own half. Thrown back now and in the end dispatched to the goalkeeper Owen Evans. Launched it forward into the Dons half. Foul there on Pierre, I think, by Tom Knowles. So that'll be a free kick to the Dons, about 10 yards inside their own half. Played short by Marsh into McAteer. Releases Ogundere on the far side, moving forward, checks his run, then turns and goes back forward, feeds Woodyard on that far touchline. Short square pass now to McAteer. Nicely threaded pass towards the near side now. Chislett taking on White. He's got Curry on the outside. Chislett delivers the crossover into the penalty area. Oh, goodness me. It's in the end went right the way diagonally across the 6-yard box and behind. Just too far ahead of Sekou Jane. Just hesitated slightly, and then by the time he realised where the ball was going to go and the trajectory of it, I think it was too late for him to react. Further over was McAteer. In the end, Owen Evans was able to watch that one drift harmlessly behind for another goal kick to Walsall. 18 minutes gone, Rob, still goalless.
They've just got to keep doing what they're doing, and at some stage it will go in the back of the net for them. They've made such a positive start here, but it's also about sustaining it as well. We've seen it so many times during the season where they've done it for maybe 45 minutes or half of a half as well. If they've just got to keep going for the 90 minutes, and one of these opportunities will drop for them.
Chislett now bursting down the left-hand side for the Dons, getting towards the level with the edge of the Walsall area. Lays it back now to Woodyard into centre field. It was just fractionally short of Marsh, and it was